we have already learned how to open the file. So once you open the file, you can do whatever the task that you wanted to do, that is reading or writing or appending. So how to read, write or append the information to the file, what are all the functions that are used, that we will be discussing in the next session. In today's session, we are going to close the session by learning how to close the file. So once you open the file for reading, you must close the file. So to close the file, there is a function called close. An open file is closed by calling the close method of its file object. That is, you have to call the function close. It does not take any parameters, it does not return any value. Okay, so whatever the file handle dot close, that is, you must have opened the file and then you must have assigned some name, right? So that name, it's nothing but your file object. So whatever the file that you wanted to close, so that file object name dot close, that's it. Just you have to specify this statement, my file dot close or file1 dot close or file2 dot close or whatever the name that you have given. You have to call the close function, that is close method, through the file object. The close function breaks the link of file object and the file on the disk. Okay, what we have learned, the file object, it will store the reference or the link to the file on the disk. So when you give a close, that reference or link will be closed, it will be braked. Okay, so what it means, so once you close the function through the name, okay, so whenever you read or write, only through this my file you will be reading or writing the data to and from the file. So once you break that connection, you will no longer, you will be use this name to read or write to that file. Okay, so after class, after close, no tasks can be performed on that file through the file object or a file handle. Okay, so here please note one important information. Open is a built-in function that is used standalone. I didn't use it with a dot notation. You remember, file1 is equal to open of file path and then mode I have specified. Okay, however, your close is a method. While close is a method used with file handle object, you cannot simply close, you cannot call close as a standalone function, because you need to specify which file you wanted to close, which file object, which link that you wanted to break, that you have to specify. Okay, so close is a method used with a file handle object. Okay, this is how you will be closing the file. Okay, that's all for today's session, dear. In today's session, we have learned what do you mean by file. So file, it's nothing but the data or the bunch of bytes stored permanently on the computer. So far in Python, we have learned only how to input the data through keyboard and display the information on the monitor. So through file handling, you will be able to you will be able to read the data from the file and write the data into the file. So that is what file handling is all about. And then in file handling, we have learned about what do you mean by data files, what are the two different types of data files, which is text file and then binary file. And then we have learned how to open and close the file using open and close method, open function and then close method. We have learned about it in greater detail. Okay, so next session we will be learning how to read and write, append the information, and then you will be getting the demo for all those tasks in the next coming session. Okay, so thank you, children.